So hello everybody, here we are. We've got a special interview today with our digital nomad friend, Chris Blower. I should say actually, hello mates, because I'll have to probably translate later on about what he says, but really good friend from Nomads in Chiang Mai.
G'day folks, how you going?
Well, so what we're going to do today is we've got 7 points that we want to cover for digital nomads. And we've been putting this together for some time now. We come up with 7 ideas or 7 points that should be covered. Now, I'm going to ask Chris if he could elaborate on these for us and give us an idea of just where we should go as a digital nomad. Chris, can you take it away, buddy?
Yes, certainly can do. These 7 points are essential points for anybody who wants to experience success as a digital nomad, as opposed to the nightmare stories that you hear from time to time. Now, these are by no means completely comprehensive. There's a lot more that you need to know, and the great news there is that you guys are putting together a fantastic course to help digital nomads. I've seen the course, and it is the most comprehensive course of its kind I've ever seen in my entire life. And that course is going to be ready sometime in the new year, that's correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so for now, what I want to do is to give you a handle on 7.7 things you need to have in your life to experience success as a digital nomad. Now, who am I to say this? Well, I'm probably one of the few people that you'll meet who has lived as a digital nomad in China. I went and lived in China for a year and worked there while I was there. I have been all over the world, and you'll hear an airplane going over in a minute, because on the top of this building we're right in the path towards the Chiang Mai airport. And somebody actually told me, I don't know if it's true, that there are about 10 planes a day coming in bringing Chinese tourists to Chiang Mai. So, as I said, these points are not comprehensive. You'll need to get Bill and Priscilla's course for the whole enchilada, but let's just look at them. The first one is purpose. Oh, and by the way, before the airplane interrupted me, I have been a digital nomad in places like Canada and in the Philippines, and of course now I've come to live and spend the rest of my life here in beautiful Chiang Mai in Thailand. The first one is purpose. And I don't know about you, but I see so many people that are living life with all of its great potential with little or no purpose. And that's the tragedy of our age. And here's the thing about purpose. Nobody can help you discover your purpose in life. Nobody can come alongside and say, hey Bob, hey Mary, here's your purpose, there you go. It's something that you have to look within and dig deep and find for yourself. The second thing that you need as a digital nomad is born out of this foundation of purpose, and it is perspective. Now, let's say, Bill, you and I go to the local shopping centre today and we park the car and we try and drive home, and you say, hey Chris, I've got an idea. Let's try and get out of this car park and we'll just look at the bonnet of the car. We won't look up at the road, and we're going to be in for one heck of a time.
We will too, that's right.
That'd be absolutely bonkers. You say, Chris, all you need to do is lift up your eyes and see things. Exactly. And that's where purpose helps you see things in perspective. And that brings in the third P, the first 3 points I call the 3 Ps. Purpose, number 1. Perspective, number 2, and number 3 is perseverance. Because let me tell you, you are going to be a digital nomad. You're going to have a heap of fun, but you're going to face some challenges. You're going to have the inevitable setbacks and misunderstandings, and that's where perseverance kicks in. You need the foundation of purpose, which will help you see things in perspective. And when you understand that you've got a purpose, it becomes easier to persevere. These 3 things in life, purpose, perspective, and perseverance, they won't only help you as a digital nomad, they'll help you as a human being. They'll make you a better husband, a better father, a better brother, a better sister, a better mother. They'll help you be a better friend. They'll help you be a better business owner and leader.
Chris, let me tell you, my wife and I probably started 10, 15 years ago on the internet looking for a way to help people, looking for a way to make money on the internet, and just a little bit, just enough to enjoy life a little bit better and do our travels. And so I can say there's a purpose there for me, and the perseverance to be able to keep going, and then find someone like yourself to give us a little mentorship and direction. We were kind of wandering all over the place, so it's such a pleasure to be with here and to be mentored by somebody like you. Thank you very much.
I really appreciate that. And there's a fourth thing that you're going to have to develop in your life if you're going to be a successful digital nomad, and that is flexibility. I have a little saying, folks: blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be broken. You said something this morning, and it really struck a chord with me. You're dealing with a bank in America, and you said, since you've been here, you've learned to be calm.
Right.
Like the Thai people.
Yes.
And there's something amazing, isn't there,
it
about
is. Oh.
Thai people, just, especially if you go in traffic, if you drive here, not only will some of the driving, and I'm speaking personally, scare the living daylights out of you initially, but after a while you'll understand Thai people don't get angry by and large.
No, that's right.
I've been here for about 8 months. I haven't heard a single horn once. I haven't heard anybody yell at anybody. I haven't seen people, do rude finger signs to people as they drive along. And it's as if Chiang Mai is a city that doesn't know what road rage is.
No.
And compared to Australia, believe me, or the UK, or probably the USA.
The US, yeah, there's a lot of road rage.
People here are very, very flexible. And you have to, when you go into another culture, whether it's China or the Philippines or, bless their hearts, Canada. Canadians are lovely people, or America or Australia or Thailand. You have to become flexible. You can't have everything your way. And when we develop this trait of flexibility, we're unruffled. And it goes back to the thing that we're grounded in our purpose. And we see life in perspective. So what if you order a meal at some places here and the vegetables are cold? That's the way Thai people eat them in some cases. Just get used to it. They still taste good. Be flexible. And then the fifth point, you're going to need a way to earn money. And Bill, this is where disaster strikes most people, because the dreaded bright shiny object syndrome catches a hold of them. It's as if there were some evil internet magician and he casts a spell over people. Yeah. And oh look, a squirrel.
Yeah. And, well, it's my ADD kicks in about that time too.
Yeah. And that's where there are so many options for you. Let's look at what you can do. You can go to Fiverr and you can get some great gigs and you can outsource them. This is one of my favorite methods to share with people how to make money. You can organize or orchestrate a website being built that you don't have to build. You pay somebody on Fiverr to build it and you're the middleman.
Right.
You don't tell the prospective client that you are going on Fiverr, because that's none of their business. If they were really switched on, they'd go on Fiverr and get it done themselves anyway. That's why they're hiring you. But what you do is you put the pieces of the jigsaw together. You don't have to build the jigsaw itself. You don't have to cut out all those pieces. And you can sell websites. You can on-sell videos. You can on-sell voice talent. You can on-sell video spokespeople. You can do podcast intros. There's a whole range of things. You can sell products and services on Amazon. You can create a product or a course and sell it on ClickBank or on Facebook. There are so many things you can do, but here's the thing, folks. Choose a couple of them, because the number one downfall of most people is they're trying to juggle 101 balls at once. And don't you just know it that when we go downstairs after this interview, we open up our email, I'm going to be saying, oh, Bill, look at this amazing new product. And you can nod your head up and down because you send me stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Chris, check this out. And we can't buy everything. And here's the other thing. A lot of the people that are online promising you that you can go from zero to online nirvana by next Tuesday lunchtime, you can be a gazillionaire without any effort on your behalf as long as you buy their product at the 11 one-time offers, they're lying to you. Okay? A lot of these folks, they'd sell their granny for $1 if there was a commission in it. So you need to find a way to earn money that you feel good about. One thing I'm looking at in 2017 is going to be writing Kindle books. Heard of a guy here in Chiang Mai recently, and he's getting $2,000 a month from Kindle books that he writes about life in Thailand and life in Chiang Mai and how to choose a doctor here and how to find health cover. And that might not sound like a lot of money, but bear in mind, as a digital nomad, $2,000 a month here gets you what $7,000 or $8,000 a month does back in Australia.
Well, Chris, you know, those shiny objects, they catch my eye all the time. And I do buy sometimes the first sale, and then I buy the upsell,
Yep.
and then I'll buy another upsell, and then I'd stop. And I'd already spent like a few $100s buying upsells. I'm constantly searching for something that I can do, number one, to help people, and to pull together the digital nomad concept. Now, what I'm finding that, wow, I mean, it's to look over your shoulder while we're doing some of this work. It's absolutely amazing. And I said, it's that easy? That's how they do these things? Because I see these long sales letters that are all created, and I realize that it's very easy to do. It's all just copy that's rewritten or written by people from Fiverr.
Yes.
So it's really amazing.
Yeah.
So, well, you've got what, a couple of more areas that we're going to cover right now. We don't want to go on forever, but where are we going next with this now, Chris?
Okay, well, let's just stay on what you said there about getting a mentor. This is a freebie point. Choose your mentors wisely. Always say, can I speak to some of your past clients? You'll find that most people who are good at what they do will have no hesitation in handing you the contact details of their last few clients. So you can get straight from the horse's mouth, is this person worth hiring or not? I would say that 99.9% of all of my work over the last 17 years has been through word of mouth referral from satisfied clients. And I now apply that same rule when I look at hiring somebody. Now, another thing, because I've had a sneak preview of your course, is you actually have a very comprehensive mind map in that course that breaks down everything that people need to know and do to be a digital nomad. You deal with blogging, you deal with Facebook, you deal with Patreon channels, you deal with YouTube, and that's what you need, folks. You need somebody who's not going to just tell you what to do. You need somebody who's going to take you by the hand and show you step by step by step, line upon line, precept upon precept, what to do and how to do it.
A roadmap.
Yeah, it drives me bonkers when people tell me what to do, but they don't show me how to do it. So the sixth point is you're going to need to have a way to get paid. And again, you go into this in your course, the importance of letting your bank know when you go overseas, I'm moving overseas. The amount of people, mate, that I know that have come here, they haven't told their bank in America, they haven't told their bank in Australia or in the UK that they're coming to Thailand. They go to the ATM and their card gets sucked in. It swallows their card because the bank in Australia or America or the UK has picked up what they consider suspicious activity because they never thought to inform their bank.
Right.
Rania and I dealt with one guy here, and he literally went to go and get some money so he could buy his lunch at Maya, and it took his card and it said contact your bank. And when he did, they said, yes, we've cancelled that card, we've put a block on it because we picked up suspicious activity from Thailand. This guy was living in Europe. Don't let that happen to you. So,
Chris, you know that when we first left the United States, we looked at some of those things that needed to be taken care of, and the banking was definitely one of them. We're going to cover a lot of those issues in our course, and one of the ones that Priscilla and I found very, very helpful in one of the courses that we had purchased in order to do the digital nomad concept was about banking. You know, the card that you should have, the smart card, would be a smart card,
yes.
number one. And that smart card should allow you to take as much money you want out of your account through an ATM as possible. We've had no problems with sometimes 2 withdrawals in one day, but we have no charges against our account. No fees, and no international fees either, you know, the conversion fees. So you need to look for a card like that that can be very helpful. We're going to cover those points in our digital nomad course.
Excellent, excellent. And one thing, the 7th point that you're going to need, you're going to need some courage, because I don't know if that's courage or a sense of adventure. That might be a better way of saying it, because it's a crazy feeling when you step on a plane and you go to a city that you've never been to in your life before, and you have to find a place to live, and you have to organize the internet, and you have to get used to finding your way around. If you are somebody who has to have everything completely, totally compartmentalized, that's probably going to freak you out. You probably shouldn't be a digital nomad. But if you embrace the sense of adventure that comes your way as a digital nomad every single moment, I don't know about you, but I feel more alive here than I did back in the West.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me one time, why did you go to China 19 times? It's because, oh my God, I felt so alive there.
Yeah.
Why do you love Thailand so much? We could do an interview and I could go on for 5 hours about all the things I love about living here in Thailand, the friendliness of the people, the politeness of society, the safety of this city, the great, awesome food, the fact that, you know, these hills up here in the mountains, you can go and visit beautiful places. We went to that restaurant up in the hills, and it's like you are living in paradise. Now, these are the 7 things we've covered today. You've got to have purpose. Purpose is going to give you perspective. Perspective is going to help you to persevere when the going gets tough. You've got to develop flexibility, an attitude of flexibility. You've got to have a way to earn money. You've got to have a way to get paid. Another way to get paid is, apart from PayPal, is through a Payoneer card, and you'll have a link to that in your site. And number 7, you've got to have a sense of adventure. Now, there are a lot of other things, such as the visas that you're going to have to get, such as finding health cover, and we'll just close on maybe on that one point, because again, your course is going to give people a bunch of information there. But you saw the doctor just recently. What did you see the doctor? When you saw the doctor recently, he gave you how many medications?
Gee whiz, I think I had five different little bags of stuff. Well, there were 4 bags of pills, and then a jar of cream. And Chris, I couldn't believe it. When I walked in, the doctor says, "You're taking blood pressure medicine." I said, "Yes." He says, "Well, you know, you've got a problem with this Novapin, which you need to look at very seriously." He says it's affecting your legs.
Yeah.
When you came off of the plane, which is what we're experiencing right now, when you came off of the plane, you had the swollen legs. That affected your lymph glands, and it didn't allow the drainage. So he knew it right off the bat. I mean, and it was perfect English. It was kind of funny too. I mentioned to you earlier that when we walked in, the guy said, "Bill, how are you doing?" And I signed in as William.
Yeah.
But he called me Bill, not Mr. Bill or not Mr. William, but Bill. So we were like friends immediately. So we had a wonderful time there, and he told me, what I needed taken care of. 4 bags of pills that'll last me about 4 days, plus I had cream. Chris, it was 900 baht, $26, about $26 US. And I was there for, a typical, and he, no rush. The guy didn't push me at all. We talked. I did a little video with him, and we were out of there. And then 2 days later, we'll see what happens,
Yeah.
But what a beautiful experience.
Yeah. One thing I can say is I've been very, very impressed with what I've seen by the Thai medical system. Some of the hospitals here are on par with what you would find in the Western world. And some of the breakthroughs that are happening, there's one happening here in this very city where a doctor from Chiang Mai University has been working on a sesame product, and folk are coming in from all over the world and seeing amazing results of cancer and a whole range of treatments because of that. So they're on the cutting edge of research in this city here in Chiang Mai, and throughout other cities in Thailand. You can get great medical care at a fraction of what it is going to cost you in Australia or in the United States. So these 7 points, take them to heart, watch this or listen to this again, watch this video again, and be sure to get on the waiting list for Bill and Priscilla's course, because that is going to hand you all the solutions you need to become a successful digital nomad. Thanks for the interview today. It's been a pleasure.
Chris, appreciate it, and it was very nice talking with you, and thank you for your information and all of your knowledge. You overwhelm me with the knowledge that I need to start our new business. So thanks again. And
my pleasure, mate.
We're going to miss you, mate.
Yeah, you
thanks.
too.
Bye.
You too.